Hello, sports fan. This is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by my three prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray, Jason Big Mitch Mitchell, and David Galvis. Um, NFL is back, man. Uh, College football is back too, but we're mainly going to be, getting in the NFL this episode. I apologize for our absence. I know it's been like 3 weeks, but yeah, man, football is back, and we're going to recap, week one of the NFL season, which ended tonight, concluded tonight with the 49ers handling the Jets. So without Christian McCaffrey, but that wasn't a problem. Who's the running back? I don't even know his name. I never heard him before tonight. But he had a monster game.
Come
Um,
on, Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason, right? And so there's that. Then we're going to preview week two. We're going to talk about the controversial uh, decision by the NFL to name Kendrick Lamar the Super Bowl headline, halftime headliner for February in New Orleans. That's been probably the biggest story in the last 24 hours. And then at the end, uh, if we have time, we'll get into a little bit of Lakers stuff. Christian Wood and Jared Vanderbilt being out and that stuff. So, but we're going to start with the NFL, man. Like I said, week one is in the books. Uh, it was. I mean, we got a Cowboys fan here. Cowboys look terrific against the Browns. Deshaun Watson continues to play poorly, but Cowboys didn't help him look any better. Uh, got of course Big Mitch sitting up there in his Vikings hoodie. Uh, Sam Darnold went out there, man, and he played well. In week one, they beat the Giants down in New York. Uh, the Rams played last night. They lost in overtime to the Lions. So a lot happened. Um, I guess we'll start with. I want to start with Mitch because I know Mitch is super excited about that Vikings performance. Um, they beat the Giants 28-6. Sam Darnold started. I think he was 13 for 14 in the first half. You know, uh,
Started started 12 for 12.
started 12 for 12. He threw two touchdowns, threw a pick two. But overall, a really, really nice performance from Darnold. Mitch, last time we recorded, we talked about the Vikings, and you said you were cautiously optimistic that Darnold, with weapons around him, could help you guys get off to a good start. How you feeling after week one?
I'm still cautiously optimistic. I know. I mean, it's just the Giants, uh, but nobody really expected anything from us, and that was a dominant win. They said it's been 5 years, literally 5 years since the Vikings fans have been able to breathe easy heading into a fourth quarter. And let me tell you, Vikings, my heart appreciates it. My blood pressure appreciates it. Um, Aaron Jones, I mean, my goodness, still got a lot left in the tank. Uh, 14 attempts, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Um, your boy, Sam Darnold, slinging Sammy Darnold, America's quarterback. He started 12 for 12, uh, finished 19 for 24 for 208 yards, two touchdowns, and a fluky interception when his arm got hit by that animal, Dexter Lawrence. Um, it was a good hit on his arm. Popped that ball up way up high, so it happens, right? But I mean, he played really good. I mean, he played as good as you would want him to play. Um, the defense, I think the defense was really the true star of the show. That interception by Andrew Van Ginkel, I mean, my goodness, that was that was amazing, man. I mean, the reflexes to catch a pass like that. Um, sorry, the Giants fans. You guys need a quarterback. You guys need a quarterback. Daniel Jones is clearly not it. Vikings were putting pressure on him, and even when they didn't necessarily get to him, that pressure, he would feel it, and he'd short hop the ball into receivers. He'd miss them high, miss them wide. So, uh, yeah. And his receivers didn't help much either. I think, at one point they had like 5 drops. I don't know if they got any more, but they had 5 drops. So I mean, that's a lot, right? Um, but overall, great win. Good momentum builder heading into a true test, in week 2 for us against those San Francisco 49ers. So we beat them last year. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's make some magic happen, right?
Was that Monday Night Football when they beat them last year? I think I remember that game.
Yes, I think it was.
But,
I think it was.
that was Nick Mullins. I mean, who was the backup quarterback? Was it last year? It was. I don't think it was Kirk Cousins, was it? It was. Remember, didn't Josh Dobbs come in there for a second?
Josh Dobbs was in there for a quick second. Jaron Hall stepped in there for a little bit. I think, man, Jaron Hall stepped in for a little bit, but then he got hurt on the first, on his first drive, caught a concussion, and so we actually ended up waiving him this off season. Unfortunately, I would have liked to see him still progress with us, come back and join our practice squad, but he ended up going to Seattle's practice squad now. But we still got Nick Mullins, and we're still waiting on, obviously we're waiting on JJ McCarthy to be the quarterback of the future. But I think Sam Darnold is a great, kind of a bridge quarterback. Not as talented as Kirk Cousins, but he's still decent. This Sam Darnold, America's quarterback. Decent. I mean, like I said, with the weapons around him, he's in the perfect situation. Kevin O'Connell used to be a quarterback. You see what he did with Kirk Cousins, and now you see how Kirk Cousins looked in week 1 with a new team, new system, and everything like that. So, I mean, Kevin O'Connell looking like a quarterback whisperer right now. And like I said, man, with the weapons around him, he's just gotta find those weapons, use those weapons, and the defense looks to back him up. So we're looking good, man. Defense wins championships, and our defense is our defense is gonna surprise some people, as we already saw.
All right, we're gonna bounce around. Shane Murray.
Didn't even watch the game.
Is the static
Watch what game?
Hey, what is that static? All right, look.
What?
You don't hear that? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what? That's outside.
Oh, okay. Look.
The static was outside, huh?
Shane,
It's hot. Windows open.
Right, okay, I got you. Shane. Bro, it's hot as hell in Los Angeles, bro. Look.
Oh, it's hot as hell out here, boy.
Shane. Wait, Shane, you ain't got AC?
I do.
All right, Shane, look.
You want to pay my AC bill?
Exactly. I don't have
Oh my God, bro!
I
Please, it's summer. Don't do this to yourself. Come on, man. Pay that little electric bill. Hey,
Shane,
don't be stingy.
You're a Cowboys fan, Shane. Now they went into Cleveland. Dak signed his contract. I mean, the news broke before the game, right? It was yesterday before the game. He went out there and they just handled Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson got another lawsuit filed against him. That's the Deshaun Watson continues to have problems. It's amazing because, I mean, that guy was so good in Houston. But you know what I think it is? But I think that, for any athlete, if you miss a year, it happens all the time. I think most athletes, they can come back and still be the same. But when you start talking about a guy missing a year and a half, 2 years, stuff like that, it takes a very special athlete to be able to come back from that type of layoff and still be great. And when I say special, I'm talking about Muhammad Ali coming off the Vietnam,
Right.
I'm talking
Jordan.
about Jordan retired for
Jordan.
18 months and comes back. I'm talking
Now,
about Floyd
how
Mayweather.
long was Michael Vick in prison? Because when he came back, he
He got
was
3
still
years.
pretty good.
Right.
He was still pretty good,
right.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
say.
He got he got
Right?
like, yeah. So he might have been 3 years he didn't play. At
I
least
think it was,
two.
yeah. He went to jail for 2 years, and then he had to sit out one, and then he basically was like a clipboard holder, like the third or fourth year. So he really didn't start until like 4 years.
Right. And then remember that year he went second in the MVP to Brady in 2010 with Andy Reid and the Eagles. So
Vick was nasty.
right.
Still.
So that was his best season. So, but it's rare. That's why when the Warriors, Golden State in the NBA, when they came back and won that title in 2022, I wouldn't have bet on that happening. But because even though it's a team thing, it's like when you take whole years off from playing at that level, it's hard to start and stop like that. So I think that could be part of the problem with Deshaun.
Deshaun's problem was he got a $230 million guarantee without showing his worth. And, And I mean, bro, what motivation is there for him? I mean, it's fully guaranteed, 230 mil. What? I mean, shit, I probably would do the same thing.
No, it's a mental thing, yeah.
I mean, in fairness, who is he throwing it to?
Amari Cooper?
But
That's one weapon, though.
But last year they got Joe Flacco off the couch, and he
off the couch.
And it's exactly the same. It's basically the same team, so you can't really say, it's you can't really you cannot defend Deshaun Watson in any shape or form.
There's no way. Jerome Ford is he's not exactly. Listen, Jerome Ford is not Nick Chubb, right? But he's not a slouch. He's still pretty good. Yeah. Amari Cooper is, he's definitely still pretty good. I can't remember their other receiver's name, but they've got another receiver that's pretty good too out there in Cleveland. So, and their tight end Njoku, like he's got weapons.
You saw the video of he was the offensive line. He offered to help the offensive line up, and he just
I saw that.
Out.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of nothing, or it could be a lot of something, But
yeah.
Hey, he 230 mil. I keep going back to that without proving that he was still an elite quarterback. So
he's proven he's not proving much right now, honestly. We're being honest.
And no massage parlors. That's probably what he needed.
That honestly,
right?
If we're being honest,
it's like Dennis Rodman, right? Like before those games where he would go to Vegas and he would stay with all. You take that away from him, who knows what kind of a player he would be?
Yeah,
surprisingly, some players are they got these weird,
inks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a mental thing. Since he's not getting his massages, he's not getting his rocks off.
Bro, I think you're right. I think the massage parlor thing, like you're right.
It was a stress. It was a stress reliever.
Right.
Definitely had to be.
Yeah.
Now he's feeling all the pressure. Plus he's in Cleveland. My goodness. There's nothing to do in Cleveland. We all know there's a big difference between Cleveland and Miami.
I think at his peak he was probably the top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, he was about to be.
He was like top 2.
Yeah, he was going to be the next big thing. He was going to be Mahomes. Pretty much before Mahomes.
He was up 24 or what was it 21-0 in the AFC Championship game. The he got caught, but yeah,
it's funny to think that was his. Kind of like, remember Antonio Margarito, the boxer who got caught with the
with the plaster,
right, with the hand wraps, with the plaster in him, and he was never the same after that. And it's like, is it really just because he needed this hard cast in his hand? Like Emmanuel was saying, take a guy out of his zone, out of his his routine, and he's not the same. So, but yeah, Shane, back to the Cowboys. They look good. How are you feeling after week 1?
They started off good. I did watch the game, Sherlock. So yeah, back to what I was saying. They started off the season right. Dak got his money. CD got his money. The defense handled business. Dak handled business. But at the same time, it all comes down to what they do in the playoffs. So, as much as I like to get excited, I can't. They're like the Dodgers right now. You got to put up or shut up in the playoffs. But I'm happy Dak got his money. I'm happy CD got his money. And I'm happy the team's fostering as you should. I'm happy Trayvon's back. Just got to get Bland back so they can both handle corners positions. Go from there.
Man, the Dodgers actually won a championship this decade. So they not like us.
All right, look.
Antho, can I say something about the contract that made Mr. Prescott the highest paid quarterback in history?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Antho, let's be honest for a second, right? Dakota Rain Prescott is now the highest paid quarterback in league history, but he's not the best quarterback in the league. Let's be honest. I think we can all admit that he's not the best quarterback in the league, right? Like, so I told Shea Murray, this is a joke. This is an absolute joke, and I'll tell you why, right? Like, what was it? A couple weeks ago, Jerry Jones went out to those reporters, and he came out his mouth and said, "Oh, well, with Dak Prescott, I haven't seen it yet. That's why we haven't gotten the deal done. I haven't seen it." And turns around and gives him this big ass contract. So to me, that kind of signals Jerry Jones is a pussy. He'd rather be relevant than actually, look for, the next Troy Aikman, right? Like, if he truly hasn't seen it, and let's be honest, we haven't seen it. We have not seen it from Dak Prescott. We haven't seen it.
That's cat.
No, it's not. How many playoff wins does he have? Be honest.
That's not on him.
How many play? You're not answering.
If he's not on his team, this team don't make the playoffs.
I'll wait.
The whole thing with Jerry is Jerry never wanted Dak to begin with.
I'll wait.
Dak was look, man. Look, no, this need to be said. This need to be said. You want to always talk about what Dak is not. You never talk about what Dak has done. Dak has literally overachieved.
I'm asking you what he's done.
No. I don't, and that was that. Dak has overachieved.
I'll wait.
Dak has overachieved.
Okay.
Jerry never wanted Dak. Dak was a 4th, 5th round draft pick that he wanted to sit behind. Yeah. They wanted to sit behind Tony Romo for as long as Tony Romo could play.
Right.
But Tony Romo got hurt.
Right.
And then he played so well. And then Tony Romo couldn't come back, so he played so well he earned the job.
Oh yeah.
Then you got 3 division titles at least, 1 a playoff game. But in order to get over the hump, if this was any other quarterback on another team, you would not be talking the same shit you talking. You would say Dak's a pretty good quarterback. But because he's with the Cowboys and the Cowboys get all the damn attention, y'all want to bitch and moan about what he is or what he's doing.
Right.
But the reality is, this team ain't shit without him.
Okay.
Take away Dak, put another quarterback in there, and tell me who's going to face the same type of criticism and still win. You can't. You can't. You can't just put in any quarterback. Take the heat. Dak takes every single game, every single year from everybody, and say go ahead and win games. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
So coaches never get the blame. The players around him never get the blame. It's always on Dak. And Dak takes it as a leader, takes it to the chin. He never makes excuses and holds himself accountable. But yet, time and time again, you and people around the league, fans around the league, always want to jump on Dak. He's not it. He's not this. You know, put somebody else there and watch what they do. That's why Dak got his money. Because all the shit Jerry talks, I haven't seen it yet. I want to see more. You ain't gonna see more. You ain't gonna even get a blimp of a contending team without Dak.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So you gonna answer the question? How many playoff wins does he have?
Why does that matter?
Do you know?
One. We know that shit. Why does that matter?
It's actually two. They shouldn't have beaten those damn Buccaneers that year, but
again, why does that matter? It takes more than him to win.
Hey, hold on, player. You spoke your piece, remember? Hey, Galvez, what did he just get finished saying out of his stupid neck? Didn't he just say the Cowboys are going to be judged by what they do in the playoffs? Didn't he just get finished saying that?
Yeah.
So Dak has been the quarterback for what, 7 years now? And they've got 2 playoff wins? That's not
all on Dak, though. That's the thing. Y'all put it all on Dak. He's not the team.
I got a question for you. If you take away Dak Prescott from this team, first of all, if you take away Dak Prescott from this team, their defense is still pretty good. Their defense was still, what was their defense? Top 5 last year?
They'll be competitive, but they ain't going nowhere.
Was the defense top 5 last year? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you still have a pretty good team. When Dak got hurt, didn't they drop in your boy Cooper Rush? Wasn't he undefeated?
Those 3 games you were to move away from Dak?
He never racked up
away. 10 plus wins. In the season, but 3 games is enough to move away from Dak.
Hold on, calm your nerves. Now listen.
No, because you ain't doing that from any other quarterback. You always do this with Dak.
Ask yourself this question though. You literally just said if you drop in anybody else, they won't be able to do it. Cooper Rush dropped in and he didn't lose a game.
That's 3 games, bro.
Didn't lose. Never lost.
Dak has put together multiple 10-plus win seasons. Division titles.
Hasn't done anything in the playoffs, though.
That's not on him. Where's the defense in the playoffs? The defense, he didn't give up 40 points to the Packers.
Can I ask you a question? And be honest with yourself. This is a serious question, too. If you were to drop, so let's take Dak Prescott off these current Cowboys. Let's say last year's Cowboys. You take Dak Prescott off last year's Cowboys. Let's insert Patrick Mahomes onto those same Cowboys from last year. What do you think Patrick Mahomes does?
First off, Patrick Mahomes
is what? The best quarterback in the league?
I say Patrick Mahomes gets a lot of support from Andy Reid.
Okay.
You're not winning multiple Super Bowls without Andy Reid.
Right.
So you telling me he's going to be able to hide?
Now all of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes isn't the best quarterback in the league.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that he wasn't.
The Chiefs,
but you're underrating what Andy Reid and what leadership and coaching does to a team.
The Chiefs didn't lead the league in drops last year. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
You have Andy Reid as your coach.
But Andy Reid did
balls. Like he can't catch the balls for them.
How many titles did Kobe and Shaq win without Phil?
But Andy Reid never won before Mahomes, and he had all these. He had McNabb and all those great.
But he went to the Super Bowl.
But he didn't win.
He went to the Super Bowl and he had multiple quarterbacks who had Mahomes' skill set. So he already had a blueprint of how he could play Mahomes.
I don't know if they had Mahomes' skill set. But look, what's his name?
Didn't.
Wait a second now.
Y'all just want to shit on Dak all day, so go ahead.
But
go ahead and keep shitting on Dak.
Be honest with yourself. If you drop,
I am honest, but you won't take that. You want to keep shitting on Dak just to be shitting on.
What would they do? So what's the answer to the question? If you drop Patrick Mahomes on last year's Cowboys, what do last year's Cowboys do?
They'll be competitive, but they still losing.
They won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Not because of Patrick Mahomes, but because who they have as a coach and leadership.
The team that Dak Prescott had around him was more talented.
You know what you're doing right now? You know what you're doing right now? You're making an argument. You're making an argument they used to do every year for LeBron. Put LeBron on any team, they're a guaranteed playoff team. They're a guaranteed contender.
I mean,
you come to us, what happens? Half the damn years we're playing with a play-in.
Listen. If I don't stop you guys, this will go on all night. We're not going to be able to get to all the games.
Wait, but real quick, the contract, I think Dak just got lucky that his time was coming. Like, this was his time to get the extension. It's almost like in the NBA. Like, how many max players are there that don't deserve the max? So it's just, I mean, look, Justin Herbert got paid. Trevor Lawrence got paid. All these other quarterbacks got paid. It was just Dak's time. I mean, because, at one point Patrick Mahomes was the highest paid, but, these quarterbacks it was their time for their extension. So, it's just going to keep happening. When CJ Stroud is up and he continues to do what he's doing, he's going to eventually be the highest paid quarterback. But at the end of the day, Mahomes is still going to be the best quarterback as long as he's still playing.
The thing about it is there any point in which they say, okay, like that, a quarterback cannot make more than this, or what is the number?
There was talk between the owners that they wanted the quarterback to have their own, like their own salary cap, basically. Like it wasn't going to count because, they're just making it just keep like, look, so if that, who's the next best quarterback that's up? That's going to probably say, okay, I want to get paid more than Dak. I mean, these guys are going to end up taking up most of the salary cap. This is happening in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are,
we're going to see guys make $100 million in a year, aren't we? Is it going to happen?
I mean, look at when Luka's up. Bro, these like Jaylen Brown and Tatum got these crazy contracts. What about when Luka's up? When Luka's up for his extension, he's going to make even more than that.
All right, look. Listen. Okay, look. This is the LA. We're from LA, so look. The Rams, they fell to the Lions in Detroit. They were down 17-3, right? They came back, they took the lead. Lions drove down, they tied it, and went to overtime. The Lions won it in overtime. Aaron Donald spent Saturday night at the Coliseum. He's a USC fan now because his defensive line coach is working at USC now. Go defensive line coach. I'll go for Galvez with this one because, I guess, Galvez, are you a Rams fan?
I became a Ram. I didn't really have a team before the Rams moved. So I just but
how do you feel about how do you feel about the Rams after week 1?
If Nacua's hurt, Sean McVay's just one of those coaches where he's just gonna, he's always gonna find the right plays for the right players. He's just, you can't count him out. He's like almost like a Mike Tomlin. These guys, you think they're down, you think they don't have a good team, and next thing you know, they're like 7-5 or 8-5, and they're in sole position. But
Max,
it's just, it was like these quarterbacks, man. I mean, I don't know. I have no faith in the new generation of quarterbacks compared to, when we had Brady and Manning and Rodgers and, all these other guys. But, we'll see.
The
streets are saying Cooper Kupp is back.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
what's his name? Puka Nacua, whatever. He's
The
gonna be
hell did
out.
you just call me?
The other
Well,
receiver, he's on the IR
Puka
now.
Nacua, man.
Puka Nacua.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
You know what's crazy about Cooper Kupp is even the year he won the Triple Crown, like he was never considered a top five receivers.
Well, I
Man,
mean, I do, cause I don't discriminate like that. But yeah, it'd be like that.
okay,
Cooper
look,
Kupp is the man. Cooper Kupp deserves more respect than he
Yeah, he does.
gets. He balled out yesterday.
he also need to stay
Last
healthy.
night. So
That's
yeah,
part of
Cooper
the
Kupp
problem.
balled out, man. More respect for Cooper Kupp, for sure.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford did not play great. He missed some throws. He had that bad interception thrown across his body into the end zone. Like,
Well, these guys aren't playing in the preseason anymore, so this is
yeah,
it's going to take them a couple. Every quarterback is going to take them a
true.
couple.
True.
You know, they're not even
Damn.
stepping foot on the field for preseason anymore.
Yeah.
what's amazing is that everybody knows that they're going to throw Cup the ball, and he's still.
But he's just still open. He's still wide open. There's nobody 5 yards within 5 yards of him sometimes. Good Lord, what the hell is wrong with this boy?
All right, look. I feel like we're obligated to say something about the Chargers because we're from LA. Does anybody have anything to say? I mean, they beat the Raiders in Week 1.
Yeah, I caught a lot of that game. They looked good, man. J.K. Dobbins looks to be their lead back. Justin Herbert's gonna Justin Herbert. Yeah, they look good. I was low key kind of rooting for the Raiders because I watched Receiver on Netflix. So kind of rooting for Antonio Pierce. I'm rooting for Devontae Adams. Seem like good guys. But I mean, Gardner Minshew, he's a classic backup, and yeah, Chargers handled him fairly easy. Just kind of beat him down. Just kind of kept beating him until they just couldn't take it no more.
Isn't it weird though? Like, I mean, at least for me, basketball's still my number one sport, but there's just something about football on the Sunday. You got the 10 a.m. game, you got the 1 p.m. game. As soon as that's over, you got the Sunday night game, and it's just it's all day thing. I mean,
all day.
Nothing like it.
Yeah. Okay. Look, we can't forget the Dolphins. Right. Okay. They beat the Jaguars. That wasn't really the story, right? The story was what happened with Tyreek Hill before the game. He was detained by officers in Miami, and the body cam footage was released today. It didn't make the officers look any better. I saw a few people trying to say that Tyreek should have just, it should have not given them any attitude basically from the jump. But Tyreek was basically saying, "Look, bro, just give me the ticket so I can go," And the cops who appeared to be, they're Hispanics, right? They're Latinos. I don't know.
There was one. There was definitely one.
I don't claim them.
They
pulled Tyreek out the car.
But Tyreek said something that was the highlight of his interview. He goes, "What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, play for the receiver for the Dolphins?"
Yeah, man. That's yeah.
But then again, the average Joe ain't driving no fucking McLaren or whatever he was driving. But still, not a good look.
Not a great look, man. I think we all saw the video. Yeah, man, it was excessive, man. Some of these, me and Anthony was just talking about our boy from elementary school who's a cop. So, he's out there protecting and serving his community the right way. So obviously, there's some bad apples out there, man, obviously. And Tyreek unfortunately ran into some of the bad apples.
Yeah.
Excessive force was definitely used, ain't no way you need to drag that man out his car.
I'm gonna say this, man.
Because he wouldn't roll down his window. Like, yes, it's like a yes. Now I know that like it is like policy that you're supposed to keep your window rolled down, but the average citizen does not know that. So he's probably rolling up. He's Tyreek Hill, right? He's on his way to the game. He probably doesn't want people to be like, oh shoot, Tyreek's over there getting a speeding ticket. So he's rolling his window back up. But yeah, man, excessive force was used, totally unnecessary. I hope those cops, lose their job. They need to learn their lesson.
I'm gonna say this: if you claim to be a good cop don't let your partners perform excessive force. If you're gonna watch it, you're just as bad as the person doing it.
Yeah, but I think there's an oath where it's like
unwritten code.
You gotta back him up. Like, I mean, I don't know.
We kind of hear those things, like pretty much unwritten rules. Like, yeah, you got to back them up in the like. But I mean,
right in time for the elections too.
The Democrats have won again.
You know it. Sorry. What Kanye say? Gotcha.
Dave Chappelle too. Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
Right in time for the debate.
Yes, sir. We got this one, y'all. Sorry.
I'm pretty Democrat. All right, look.
Hey, DeSantis ain't playing over there in Florida, man.
Look.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what you gotta think about it too. Yeah, it's definitely Florida, man. Florida is just.
All right, look.
Florida's Florida, man. Florida's like, aside from like as far as states go, Florida is the joke of this whole country. Like Florida and like Alabama, just the joke of this entire country, man. Florida's ridiculous.
All right, look. We gotta. Okay, so Cowboys, can you pull up the week 2 schedule? What we're gonna do is we're just gonna speed through it.
Oh.
Hey, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna speed through it, and each of us we're just gonna pick winners for each game.
Okay. So I'll start
First
with.
Impressions. Okay.
All right. So Thursday night football. We got the Bills at Miami. Miami's favored by 1.5.
Bills at Miami.
I don't have time.
Thursday
I
night.
Can't even. I can't do the lines in my head, so I'm just gonna pick winners. Bills at Miami.
Yeah.
Bills at Miami. Miami's good at home.
Thursday night.
Thursday night. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Dolphins are always very solid at home. I think they just had a slow start due to the events of Sunday. So I'm gonna take the Dolphins on the road on a short week.
Wilson?
Oh. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm gonna take the Bills. It's
not a bad pick still.
I'll go with the Dolphins.
Okay. Okay, so
I'll
now
have an MVP season.
Okay, so all right, so these are the Sunday morning games. We got Saints at Cowboys.
Cowboys. Saints at Cowboys. Cowboys.
Yeah. Cowboys are on the board. Bucks at Lions.
Bucks at Lions. That's going to be a tough game.
Lions.
But I'll still take the Lions too. Yeah.
Lions, same. Okay, Colts at Packers.
Colts at Packers. I'm gonna take the Colts.
Oh yeah,
Jordan Love is down.
Yeah. By the way, throw of the week, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I don't know. I think though, Coach LaFleur, he knows how to scheme it up too. So I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Okay.
Ooh, upset. Okay. Jets at Titans.
I think Aaron will get his first win.
Yeah, same.
I'll take Jets.
Ooh, bitch. You can go first or last. Niners.
I'll go last.
I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Niners.
Skull, baby. You know it. Let's go. Slinging Sammy Darnold, America's quarterback. He's going to do it again. Week 2.
And Niners are favored by 6.
Just 6? Well, I mean, we play a lot of close games. So.
Yeah. And Wilson and I, like, we're both, like, hardcore USC fans. So, of course, we want to see Darnold do well. So,
don't worry. You'll see it.
All right, so we got
shock the world.
Seahawks at Patriots.
Damn, Seahawks. I mean, the Patriots shocked the world last week. Freaking stupid Bengals. Seahawks at Patriots.
Well, Patriots, man. I'm feeling the vibes.
Feeling the vibes. Damn.
Patriots. I don't think Seahawks don't travel to the East Coast very well.
That's right. It's an early morning game too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Early morning, yeah.
10 a.m. local time.
I'll roll with y'all. I'll go with the Patriots.
All right, and probably the worst game of the week: Giants at Commanders.
Ooh.
I'm going Commanders, 100%.
I'm definitely going Commanders too. Jaden Daniels, he should be able to do his thing. He started rough last week, but he's able to at least find the end zone twice. Hopefully they got his helmet situation fixed, because his helmet came off like twice, and the second time it actually negated the touchdown that he ran in for. So yeah, hopefully they got him a tighter helmet, like protect your quarterback, right? Definitely going with Commanders for sure.
Shane?
We're picking games, man. Come on.
Just wins or pick the winner. Giants, Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah,
all right, quickly.
All right, Chargers at Panthers.
Chargers.
Browns at Jags.
Jags.
Wait, right. Jags or Jets?
Jags.
Yeah. Jags, I guess.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good game. Raiders, Ravens.
Ravens
at home, yes.
Ravens, yeah.
All right, so we got Steelers at Broncos.
Steelers,
yeah.
Steelers. Okay, Broncos, here we go. Probably the best game of the week. Bengals at Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Bengals didn't look right. They lost to who? They lost to the Patriots, right? At home.
They did, yeah.
At home too, yeah.
They always give the Chiefs a hard time, but man,
they do. Maybe this will help them get their mojo back, but Chiefs look good, man. Chiefs look good on Thursday, so.
I got a question about Justin Fields.
We don't have time, Shane. I'm sorry, bro. Because we still have to talk about Lil Wayne and Kendrick in the Super Bowl, man. I'm sorry. We don't have time, bro.
What's the question?
Outrage.
What's the question?
Why does it seem like all his games are slugfest?
Because he's not a good quarterback. Next.
No, but he gets high praise though. That's what don't make no sense.
He's gonna throw for 150 yards and he's gonna run for about 70, which means they ain't blowing nobody out. So
not blowing nobody out. It's gonna
be
never
be an old school. He's never been like multiple touchdown guy. Yeah. Never scored more than 30 points or whatever. It's always like the 10-15.
Because he can't
20-10.
Because he's not going like that.
Sorry. Okay. Next game.
Okay, so all right, so I'm going with Bengals. Joe Burrow usually sometimes pulls these games out. All right, for some reason, Sunday Night Football, we got Bears at Texans.
Texans, bro.
Texans.
Bears are ass. They got so effing lucky. Their defense will
I got Bears.
DJ Stroud, so.
No, stop. The Titans coach
Caleb Williams threw for 93 yards, bro. Come on, man. Stop playing.
The Titans coach said if we would have just punted on 1st and 10, we would have won the game.
What's
for real?
What's Monday Night Football? Bro?
Monday Night Football, we got Falcons at Eagles.
Man, my
damn
heart.
Giants gave us Saquon, dumbasses.
My heart wants to pick you, Kirk, and your Falcons, but I will take the Eagles and Saquon. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yep, I got the Eagles too.
Cowboys, I'm going to give you 60 seconds to say something about USC football. They're going to be on a bye this week, but then next week they're going to it's the Michigan game. I'm not sure if it's here or there. But
it's at Michigan.
It's at Michigan? Okay, so how do you feel about, because I know these guys are UCLA fans. Me and you are USC fans, you said. How are you feeling about this team after 2 weeks of the 2024 season?
Hey, Miller Moss, man. He's Michigan looked super vulnerable against Texas, but I don't know if they're gonna play 2 horrible games back to back at home. So, they're gonna have a week to prepare. But Lincoln Riley always gets the best of his quarterback. So, I don't know if they'll win, but I think when the season started, we probably thought they were gonna get run off the field, but the way they've been playing and the way Michigan's been playing, looks like it's going to be a closer game than we all expected.
Right. I think that I looked at the schedule before the season and thought it was daunting. But then after last week, I looked and said, after week 1, I was like, I definitely thought we could beat Notre Dame. The Notre Dame lost last week. Michigan lost last week. Penn State struggled. But I'm looking at that, Washington. I'm not afraid of Washington, really. I'm looking at that schedule all of a sudden and feeling like, man, it's going to be we should definitely win 9 games at least,
Yeah, and SC is actually an 8.5-point dog, which is crazy.
Right.
And yeah, USC is ranked 11th now. So.
But things are definitely looking up. They were looking kind of down. There was a big question mark coming into the season.
Yeah. Things
are definitely looking better. Look, okay, so now the Super Bowl halftime thing. We're just going to have to skip Lakers talk this week because we don't have time. But we got about 10 minutes to talk about Lil Wayne being picked for the Super Bowl halftime show and everybody being mad at JC. Kendrick just continuing to outsmart and outmaneuver Drake. Drake needs to just leave Kendrick alone because no matter what Drake does, like Drake started back up talking about, game 2, and Kendrick once again with the better hand, with the better move. He's gonna host the Super Bowl halftime show, and he's gonna headline. He's gonna get up there. He's gonna do that song again in front of 120 million.
Yeah. But will the NFL let him perform They Not Like Us? Like they might have to. They might let him do like a little snippet, maybe the hook, but the whole.
They gotta let him. They gotta let him perform it. They gotta. Sorry, Antho, but they gotta let Kendrick call Drake a pedophile in front of the whole world. They gotta let him do it.
And that's the reason. That's the main reason why he got the gig, because he has to do all of Not Like Us.
Basically, Jay-Z picked Kendrick though, right? I mean, if we want to, it wasn't like the NFL picked Kendrick for the fans.
Well, somebody said that Jay-Z, he presents a list of candidates and then the NFL picks, but nobody looks at it like that. Everybody looks at it like.
Okay, I have a hot take.
Here we go.
Was Kendrick's performance in LA, of all the performances, was his the weakest one?
At the LA Super Bowl?
Yeah, he wasn't better than Dre. He wasn't better than Snoop. He wasn't better than 50. He wasn't better than M. So it was between him and Mary J. Blige, right? I mean, is Kendrick a really good can he perform at a Super Bowl? Like, yeah, he could perform. He could perform at the Forum with his buddies, but can Kendrick perform at a Super Bowl?
Listen, he's a dope performer, right? But this is the thing, and I said this, right? Him getting this gig is another gift from Drake. Because if it weren't for that, everybody would have been like,
I saw this tweet.
It's like this, right? I think I compared it to Daniel Day-Lewis. Like imagine
Yeah,
Daniel Lewis is a critically
in an action franchise.
right. Like they giving him like his own Mission Impossible type like action franchise. Nobody would think that, right? Like remember years ago, Bill Simmons was talking when the Bulls signed Ben Wallace, and Bill Simmons was like, why would they give Ben Wallace $50 million a year? Like, sure, he's great at what he does, but you need to pay him like he's a superstar, And that's what this. But if it weren't for Not Like Us, if it weren't for this beat with Kendrick, that's what this would be like. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it. The guy has a lot of Grammys, and the critics love him, and he's really popular amongst so people who think they're smart and rap fans and stuff like that. But nobody wants to hear that shit at the halftime of the Super Bowl. But now, because of Not Like Us and because of the clout he has from beating the league, that's why he gets this gig. If it weren't for that, Kendrick Lamar is not a Super Bowl. I mean, you talk about Michael Jackson, Prince, Beyonce, Rihanna, people who make music that is supposed to, cross countries and it's like Kendrick doesn't make music like that. He makes music for himself that he likes, and people who like it, they like it, and people who like Kendrick like him like it. But he's not that type of artist like that. It's only because of this beat. So that's my take on it. I know I probably sound salty. I am salty.
Should they have gone with Wayne though? Should they have gone with Wayne?
Yeah, but Kendrick's where the money's at. He got the momentum right now, and Jay-Z's a businessman. NFL about their business. But I don't see him doing it. And talking about Kendrick, I don't see him doing this without including Wayne in some type of way, because he got love for Wayne like that. Now he can reject it, but I don't see him doing it without paying respect to what Louisiana is. But he definitely should have been picked.
Wayne is like Drake's butt buddy.
Not really.
Yeah, because see, you know what? If Drake, how can Wayne go on stage with Kendrick?
They got respect for each other. He was already. How do you think he got the information about Wayne?
Wayne cannot go on stage with Kendrick
and expect
before or after he does Not Like Us. There's no damn way.
Bet you he will.
Bro, listen.
Bet you he will.
There's
because this ain't about Drake.
I would have preferred Wayne with the Hot Boys, but I mean, I guess that's too raunchy for the NFL. But
I mean, we had Snoop Dogg crip walking at the
that's true.
I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, would you be pissed? I mean, LA has so many great rappers, right? But Louisiana, it's just, especially New Orleans, it's really just Wayne and kind of everybody else.
I don't know, man. I mean, I love Wayne, right? But Kendrick, like right now, Kendrick has momentum. I thought it was a good choice.
But will that song still be? I mean, I know it's an anthem, but will that song still be popping in February?
So I mean, it's definitely been like played, and replayed, and overplayed. Obviously this summer, but we get a nice little break from it, and then by the time the Super Bowl rolls around, that beat hits, and you're like, you fall right back into it, like, oh yeah, that's right.
And you know what? Like you said, Jay-Z's a businessman. I mean, he probably was like, okay, everybody's gonna tune in to see what Kendrick plays if he plays that song.
Definitely. Will he really call Drake a pedophile, or in front of the whole world? We about to find out. He's gonna do it.
Listen, if he performs that, will that absolutely just ruin Drake? Will that kill
He already ruined Drake.
But Drake can make a comeback.
Didn't ruin Drake, but
as a hip hop artist, yes, Drake is still do the pop music and sing, but in terms of a hip hop artist, he'll never get the same credibility again.
He never had any credibility.
Yes, he did.
Drake is who Drake is. Like Drake's gonna make, Drake is gonna make songs. As of right now, especially as of right now, Drake is just gonna make songs that are catchy, and that girls can use for their Instagram captions. That's
TikToks.
what Drake is. Drake is, and that's not gonna stop because he got killed by Kendrick Lamar in a rap beef.
All right, so I think actually, bro, it's like there's only so much one man can take and still survive. Like, so, Drake is still the most streamed artist every month, right? And the song has been huge enough; it doesn't really need a Super Bowl audience. Like, everybody knows the song. Everybody knows the song is about Drake and all that stuff, about the beat. But when he gets up there and he does that song in front of that's literally the biggest stage possible. I don't know, man. It's possible that could be like the final blow to Drake, and and that's why I just want it to be over, but they keep dragging, and I wish Drake needs to stop. He needs to just accept that he's not as ruthless and as cunning as Kendrick, just like he wasn't as ruthless and as cunning as Pusha T. And they will, no matter what Drake says or does, they will always have their next move is going to be better than Drake's last move. But with that being said, man, we're out of time. So, Mitch, do you have anything you'd like to say to an old friend of ours?
Herbert was going to come on and cry about his Raiders. And he was also going to agree that Kendrick Lamar should be the halftime host. But unfortunately, once again, for another season in a row, Shane Murray has derailed the conversation with his cowboy dribble nonsense. So sorry, Herbert. We ran out of time.
By the way, that stadium, there was heavyweight fights all over the stadium, Chargers versus Raiders.
I saw the video.
I mean, my God, I wouldn't go to that game even if they gave me free tickets.
Who knew Chargers fans were that down?
Out there in LA. All right, so look.
Man, we knew. I mean, obviously everybody knows about Raiders fans, but
yeah.
Right. So before we get out of
Chargers fans,
a lot of OGs that are Chargers fans.
Before we get out of here, just a few reminders.
I wouldn't go even if they.
If you're watching this on YouTube,
no, that's freaking dangerous.
Hit that subscribe button next to the complete Lakers podcast. If you prefer the audio version, remember to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts.
Think about.
Show us also on Anchor, Spotify.
I think the other thing that's annoying about Dak Prescott's contract is the fact that
find the show.
Like when everybody's up, they get highest paid. So CD was up, but he didn't get highest paid. Why? Because they didn't want to pay him as much as we paid Justin Jefferson. Now, this makes sense to me. CD getting paid top 5 money. He's debatably a top 5 receiver in the league.
Easily.
So he got paid top 5 money, but he didn't get paid top money because we obviously know he's not the best receiver in the league. So it's kind of annoying that as far as position wise, CD is in the top of his position.
Yeah.
But Dak isn't. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of annoying too.